Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. It has been, excuse me, many moons since we've last met. I apologize for that. Many things of life get in the way of streaming, but with the new year, and Happy New Year to all of those I haven't seen since then, comes new streams and more of them, I hope. So, today we're going to be playing a game by the name of Rose of Winter. It's a visual novel, like 95% of the games I usually play. Barring that I'm actually playing a reverse role here. I'll clue you in on that as we play. Before we start, I'd like to thank Bo, my friend, who has gifted me this game and recommended it to me to stream. So, thank you, Bo. I hope you're in the chat. Not totally understand, as you are very sick, for my knowledge. Okay. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. No sense beating around the bush. So, quick look. Okay, yeah. Basic Ren'Py startup. So, big bonus of the game. Is that a stock sound effect? I think I've heard that sound effect before. Oh no. I don't mean to, I'm not trying to fit on the game, but it's just like, I'm pretty sure I heard that before in Deltarune. Right. So, there was one other thing, unlike the other half of the games I play, this is not actually a furry game, but it is a visual novel, so still in the bullshit department for me. And in this game, the biggest selling point to me was that you can apparently escort a dragon prince. So, boom, you got it right there. Alright. Beware, evildoers, for I am Rosemary, the Knight of Winter. Or should it be the Blade of Winter? Or maybe the Rose of Winter? Doesn't that sound impressive? You know, a symbol of hope bursting through the ice. But that's good, right? I mean, it's not too completely embarrassing, is it? Oh well. I'll figure out a good knightly sounding title someday. My actual name is Rosemary, which isn't very knight-ish. Got a giant breaker blade though. And as for that Blade of Winter thing, well, I'm in a place where it's been snowing a lot, and, you know, to be honest, I just think it sounds cool. Cool stuff doesn't have to make sense, right? She's got a thick high con stat, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, about a year ago, I left my family's farm to fulfill my destiny to become a knight. Sounds pretty amazing, right? I thought so too. So far, though, I've just been doing odd jobs for gold, wherever I can find them. I've slain the occasional beast and rescued plenty of cats from trees. It's not exactly what I expected, but at least I'm making a living. I guess that makes me more of a mercenary than a real knight. Well, isn't that real knights? Isn't that what a lot of knights did? They would just kind of... I mean, yeah, a lot of them were like, in service to someone, but, you know, they also... It's not like knight errant, I think is the term for it. But hey, I've got a cool suit of armor and my trusty sword, so I'm almost there. I hate to admit it, but it's harder to become a knight than I thought. I'll always keep trying to. My travels eventually brought me to this tavern, where all great adventures start, at the foot of Mount Needle. You wouldn't know from how cozy it is in here, but the mountain outside is super dangerous. Mount Needle, so named for the freezing winds that pierce your very skin, crawling with deadly beasts that hunger for human flesh. Only the bravest of the brave dare venture here. Doesn't that sound like the perfect place for an aspiring knight to find her destiny? Oh, I'm so excited. Anyway, now that I'm here, I've got to find a job, and fast. I spent the last of my gold getting a room at this tavern. Planning ahead, isn't exactly my strong suit. Luckily, the tavern has plenty of postings for mercenaries. I mean, knights, like me. Shouldn't be hard to find a job here. See, hey, cheers! Beyond Mount Needle lies Starlight City, one of the most beautiful and prosperous places in the world. People from all kingdoms gather there for important business. To get there, you can either travel by boat for days on end, or take a shortcut over the deadly mountain. Most people take the long way around, but it just so happens that there are 4 princes of different kingdoms here at this tavern now. Just so happens. Each of them has urgent business in Starlight City, and needs to take the shortcut, however dangerous it might be. They'll need an escort to make it across, and that's where I come in. I may not be great at planning, but I've got good instincts, a huge sword, and more than enough strength to use it. You are huge! That means you have huge guts! Rip and tear, you huge guts with my huge sword. I can get a prince across that mountain with my eyes closed. I think. So let's see, the 4 princes are... First is Falconer, the Prince of the Fae. Nice. I've heard a little about him. He's supposed to be all dashing and elegant, the perfect gentleman. But the Fae people are also supposed to be really tiny. I mean, I've never met one, but that's what I hear. So he's, okay, a fairy. How is he gonna handle crossing a treacherous mountain? Wouldn't that be easier? Because, you know, just slip it in your pocket. Well, I guess it's my job to figure that out. Next is Prince Elgandir of the Southern Kingdom. He's pretty young, like a little kid, but the job posting came from his caretaker who was traveling with him. I don't like to judge based on looks, but doesn't he look like a scruffy drifter? Should a guy like that really be taking care of a kid? I wonder the story is there. He didn't even post his name. Third is Tyroon, Prince of Dragons, who is... Well, it's kind of scary, but he's actually a real dragon. I've made my choice. The job posting says he's a fire dragon, and so he doesn't do too well in cold weather. He has to take a human form to save energy, so he's really weak and needs a lot of help getting across the mountain. Oh, well, in that case, this shouldn't be too bad. And anyway, knights deal with dragons all the time, don't they? This should be a piece of cake. That's, kind of not how they deal with dragons. Finally, there's Prince Kuya of Moon Forest. To be honest, I'm more scared of him than the dragon. His kingdom is really isolated, so no one really knows what his people were like. But the stories say they're all barbaric, fierce hunters with giant claws and fangs like wild beasts. Okay, he's second choice. Still, if he's here asking for help like anyone else, he can't be that bad, right? Okay, maybe there are more jobs than those just those 4, but these guys seem super interesting to me. And by interesting, I mean hot. Okay, great. Look, don't judge me. I've been traveling so long. I always dreamed of a fairy tale romance. Not like I really expect anything to happen. I never even had a boyfriend before. Okay, great. So this is very anime so far. But maybe this time. Anyway, enough of this embarrassing stuff. I've got to hurry up and pick a prince already. Alright. Well, I guess this is a good place. Can we... Oh. Is this a save feature? Okay, no. Alright. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and, Prince Dragons. I mean, that's a pretty obvious fair choice there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and, oh, shoot. Oh, okay, great, alright. Alright, that's a log. Okay, it's a little different than what I'm used to here. So go ahead and save there. All the arrangements have been made, so I go downstairs to tell Tyroon I'm ready to go. I'm nervous about meeting a real dragon, but I put on a cheerful face. So, yeah, I have my supplies and everything's all set. Oh, I'm Rosemary, by the way. I am grateful for your help, Rosemary. I don't often travel in this form. It can be why has he got so many coats? It can be taxing. I expect to need quite a bit of your assistance. No problem. That's what I'm here for. Wow, you've got a lot of layers on there. Cold weather does not agree with me. These robes may look silly to you, but they are necessary. Oh, I didn't mean that you look silly. I just, never mind. I hope it didn't embarrass him. I hope it didn't embarrass him. I can't really tell. His face is as tranquil as ever. Got to be more careful with what I say. He pretty much looks like a normal person, so it's easy to forget that he's not human. But I have to remember what he really is. Most people don't ever have an opportunity to see a dragon, much less talk to one. I'm in a rare position, which is cool and so terrifying. Then again, he's not as intimidating as I expected. Just strange and sort of pretty. The conference at Starlight City is several days away, but I'd like to get across the mountain as fast as possible. The sooner I get out of this cold, the better. I don't know why he's British, I felt like that would be fitting for him. Oh yes, of course. What should I call you? Your Highness? I am not a Highness, I am Tyroon, but I've never cared what humans call me. Use whatever name you like. Okay then, Tyroon it is. Let's go. Just gonna go on like that. We start walking together. The snow under our feet is thick, but the sun is shining. It's actually kind of nice out. Tyroon hasn't said a word so far. He stares ahead at the path in front of us, as if I'm not even here. Should I make small talk? I don't think he minds the silence, but this is awkward. The loop on the music there, a little short. What do dragons even talk about, though? I guess I'll have to wing it. Excellent pun, and hope something sticks. I really hope that pun was intentional. I, never met a dragon before, besides you. Haha. Obviously. Pretty decent weather, right? For a frozen mountain of death, that is. You know, for a fire dragon, you're good at giving the cold shoulder. That was meant to amuse me, I suppose. Yeah, I guess so. Wow, good one, Rosemary, very smooth. We walk in silence for a few minutes longer, but a knight doesn't give up that easy. There's gotta be something he'll talk about. So what is this thing in Starlight City all about? It's a big deal, right? Business between the dragons and human lawmakers. We must confer and maintain our peace accord. We do our best to respect you and live side by side, but dragons live by much older laws than those you humans wrote. Conflicts arise from time to time. Yes, I got him to talk. Now I just have to keep this ball rolling. Oh, yeah? What older laws are those? Do you really want to know? Why wouldn't I? The laws of the wind, the sun, and moon, birth and death, churning together in time until there's no distinction between them. As salt and water churns together to make the sea. The pulse of the earth shakes our blood, because the earth is our blood, and we are guided by the will of the stars. This is very flowery. You sure you guys just don't want to eat and, have a good time? The lives of all creatures are written in starlight, but only dragons read their words. For we were born from the stars, and knew ourselves to be whole, when the rest of the world was unshaped clay, waiting to begin the form. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn this Oh, that's, neat. Well, I can't think of anything to say to that. Everyone is quiet again. Well, I can't say I didn't try. We've been walking a while now. Everyone's going slowly, trailing a bit behind me. I don't mind walking ahead of him if it means giving him some space. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same, like, stock music effect for that. For the joining the party thing of Deltarune. I think it's the same music effect. So, which leads me to believe that, yeah, it's like a stock one, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a coincidence that they made the exact same, like, intro. Probably not. I don't mind walking ahead of... yeah, I'm not sure he likes me very much. It's still early in the day and the snow blazes white in the sun. I can hear it crunch under my boots and... Wait, there's no crunching footsteps behind me. Did Tyrone stop walking? Oh gosh, did I lose him? I'll whip around, but he's just standing there, a few yards back. I can't tell what he's trying to do. He's sort of wobbling in place, like a turtle that got flipped on his back. I guess those heavy robes don't give him much room to move. Tyrone, are you alright? Are you okay? Once I get closer, I see the problem. One of his huge scarves is caught on a thorn bush, and he's been trying to unsuccessfully pull himself free. Why doesn't he just untangle it with his hands? He did say he's not used to his human form, but he has to know it would be easier that way, right? I'm not sure what to do. I mean, he's like a million years older than me. He said he needed my help, but I don't want to insult him either. Help him. What the fuck are you doing? That's what you're supposed to do here. Yeah, I should help him. He's going to rip his clothes and keeps that up, and that will just make it worse. I grab hold of the scarf. My arms brush against his body as I lean over him. He stops wobbling and gets very still at my touch. Look, it's not like I'm doing it on purpose. Working slowly and carefully, I managed to get the scarf unhooked from the thorns. There you go. Ah. The scarf has come undone, and he's already trembling, even though he has tons more layers. I knew he was sensitive, but I had no idea it was this bad. Do you want me to help you tie it back on? That would be very kind. He's embarrassed, I have no way of knowing. No one does a poker face like a dragon, apparently. It makes him nervous. I fold the scarf back around his shoulders as gently as I can. It's amazing how light and small his body seems now that I'm handling it up close. Yeah, that's a thing with dragons, because they have, like, hollow bones so they can fly. I've read about this in a book. I believe it's Dragonology. You guys should check that out if you want to know more about dragon biology. Hey, Chouse! What's going on, man? My hands seem so big next to him, it makes me feel ungainly. But when I'm done, the scarf looks nice enough. Is that warm enough? I can tie it again if you want. It will do. Thank you. Hey, no worries. I just finished dinner right before coming in. It seems I can count on you for help after all. I'm glad of that. Oh, I knew it. So, you're not mad? You helped me when I needed help. Should I be angry? I guess not. I just, you're different, you know? I don't really know how to act, and I don't want to offend you. Ah, I see. Don't worry yourself about such things. I don't think you could offend me, even if you tried. Because you're, like, an ancient being and beyond all that stuff? No, because you are very sweet. Oh. Thank you. Biology of something that doesn't exist. Yeah, well, cheers. Shut up, alright? Actually, it's a great codifier for dragons, amphitheaters, wyverns. That's wyverns. People say wyverns. It's actually a wyvern. Excuse me. God. Yeah, that sort of thing. You know, I feel like there's at some point you have to kind of codify that stuff, because otherwise, people will argue about it on the internet. But I have a book that says they're all wrong, and I'm right. So. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Alright, anyway. A man of dragon pronouncing culture. Yes. You got me there. Yeah, no, no worries. I think we all shitpost. I'm audio-visually shitposting by playing this game. Anyway, don't worry about the scarf. Happens to the best of us. Sort of. Can I ask, though, didn't it occur to you to just use your hands? I don't feel comfortable using them. The thorns are so sharp and these fingers seem so very frail and new. Ah, okay. So I was going to wonder, because if these dragons were going to be true dragons or like wyverns or what, or wyverns. Now I'm saying wyverns incorrectly because I can't get it out of my head. Yeah, so, okay. Because a true dragon is four-limbed. It's got, you know, kind of like a horse with wings, I guess, would be the easiest way to describe it. You know? Two front limbs, two back limbs, a tail, and two wings, and a head, I guess. Whereas a wyvern, you know, only has wings, kind of like pterodactyl? Pterodactyl. Anyway, let's continue on before I fully autism my way through the entire book of Dragonology that I've memorized. Oh, sure, you can tell hands like these I've never seen a day's work. Without thinking, I take his hand in mine. Oh, wow, that was really fast. Dude, I mean, you're like, this is like a half hour in. Let's go ahead and save here. I know that there haven't been any other decisions, but... My own fingers are thick and calloused, and, like the rest of my body, large. His hands are long, soft, and smooth. They're dusted with white scales that look delicate and fragile, like glittering jewelry. Ah, a strange observation, but I suppose you are correct. I have no need to bustle about to keep myself busy as you humans seem to. Oh my gosh. I just grabbed his hand without thinking and without even asking. What on earth is the matter with me? I drop it like a hot potato. Sorry. Oh gosh, I'm so thoughtless sometimes. Why apologize? Your hands are warm, it felt nice. We dragons live our lives mostly in isolation. Oh boy. Human touch is a curious novelty. Damn, guys. Is this a short visual novel? Because we're speeding right along into the shipping, man. He reaches up to touch my... Wow. He reaches up to touch my face. My heart starts to flutter like a trapped bird. However, he seems to think better of it and withdraws. Oh, okay. Alright. Saved. But if you are sensitive to such things, I will respect your boundaries as you respect mine. With that, Tyrone tucks his hands back under his robes and moves on. I stand still for a moment watching him. I haven't quite calmed down yet. It's snowing harder now, which makes the going more difficult, while his bundled up layers give him an awkward, ungainly shape. Yet there's something in his calm that certainly gives him dignity, even beauty, as he makes his way through the ice. At least until he gracelessly trips and falls flat on his face. Goodness, are you okay? I rush over to help, propping him up and brushing away the snow and ice. I am not used to this form. It's like being a fledgling again. Really, you shouldn't worry about it. I'm clumsy about all kinds of things myself. Oh, which isn't to say you're clumsy, I just mean, wow. Rosemary. Wow. Sorry, Rosemary, enough apologizing. Aaron doesn't say anything either, he just stares into me. He hasn't spoken to me so sharply before. Well, you guys have exchanged like maybe a paragraph each. For a moment, I can't think of anything else to say. Those golden eyes are intense. What is he thinking? Finally, he rests his hand on my shoulder. I shall have to stay close to you in case these legs fail me again. I may even need to take hold of your arm if you don't mind. He fucking knows what he's doing, that smug bastard. Oh, sure. Yes, that's fine. Uh-huh. Good idea. He keeps his hand on me as I help him up. His fingers are so long and pretty. What a strange thing to focus on. I try not to stare too much. And so we set off walking again. This time he doesn't lag behind or move ahead. We're side by side. Every so often he stumbles a bit. Fair point, Chels. Fair point. I mean, he is a prince, too. He's probably, like, fucking max charisma. Yeah, he is ancient. He's the Dragon Prince. We've got 3 other princes too, but yeah, this guy's the Dragon Prince. He's polymorphed himself into human form for the journey because we need cute anime boys. But really, it's lore-wise, it's because dragons of fire have a hard time in cold environment, and they need to conserve more energy, so they choose a smaller form. Apparently, every so often he stumbles a bit and leans against me, or delicately hooks his arm around mine. I'm going slow to make it easy for him, but we manage to keep a steady pace and walk for a few more hours. We don't talk much, but somehow I don't feel so awkward anymore. We're communicating more easily with just touch. When he presses lightly on my shoulder, I know to help him over a hurdle. When he leans slightly away, I know he's doing fine and we can walk a little faster. We fall into a nice rhythm. Occasionally he even smiles at me. He's strange and distant, but I'm getting used to him. Eventually, though, the path gets a lot steeper. It's nothing I can't handle, but I worry about him. Alright, scene change. Cool. It's almost twilight, and the snow falls heavier and heavier. Are you doing okay? You're shivering. Give me cute dragons that stay dragons. Woo. Sorry, Cheers. We're going to be playing Angel with the Scaly Wings after we finish this, though, so, you know, I'll definitely let you know about that. It's just this body. I'm not used to it. You've said that like 6 times, Ra. I get it. The slightest breeze seems to go right through me. So he's feeling the cold even with all those layers. Poor thing. Alright, boys and girls. Please. Stop for a moment to rest or put an arm around him to warm him up. I'm going with the arm. I'm thinking arm. I'm gonna give you guys... Fair enough. Alright, I'm gonna go arm. I put my arm around Tyrune. Without missing a beat, he presses himself into me. I'm surprised, but I don't mind. Sorry, I just realized my cursor's right in the middle of the screen. I rub his back, trying to help him get warm. After a moment, he stops shivering so much, so I guess it's helping. And I admit it feels nice having an excuse to touch him. No scales equals worst furry stream ever. They are all disgusting and human shit. Well, first of all, this isn't a furry stream, so please do not taint this stream with your filth. Second of all, he clearly has skills. Look at him. Look at his face and look at her face. All right, clearly skilled. No, it's. I'm not sure. And he leans his head against me and breathes deep, smelling my hair. What the fuck? Seriously? You're just gonna let that happen? Tyrune? He jumps away like I've terrified him. I didn't even know he could move that fast. Hey, you're going to be cold. Quiet, I'm fine. It's obviously not fine, but he turns and rushes ahead of me without looking back. For long, he stumbles and falls into the snow. God damn it. Clumsy bitch. I rush over to help, but he lashes out to push me away. His sharp fingernails scratch my skin. Not enough to draw blood, but I'm stunned. It's like a cat that I trusted something hissing at me out of nowhere. Oh shit, he's got like... Oh! God, lizard eyes. Slowly, clumsily, he pulls himself up, without my help. He winces when his bare hands have to touch snow. I don't get it. Why is he acting like this? Did he do something wrong? We keep walking. Tyrune is shivering again, but he won't slow down. I'm not sure what happened back there. I can still feel the sting of his claws on my skin. To my surprise, Tyrune is the one who breaks the silence. I am sorry if my behavior is confusing. You should know that you haven't done anything wrong. What was all that about anyway? I take it you don't know much about dragons. Look, in 95% of fantasy worlds, nobody knows shit about dragons, except for maybe that they exist and they breathe fire and they like to fuck shit up. That's about as far as most knowledge goes. Huh? Why is he bringing that up? I guess not. I just know the old stories, the ones they tell you when you're a kid. But those fairy tales are mostly made up, aren't they? Dragons capturing maidens and devouring villagers. You guys aren't like that in real life. I wasn't sure if I should ask about it, though. Why not? Are you frightened of me? Am I? I hadn't thought about that. Not in any serious way, anyway. He's so frail and fragile. I can't see him as some monstrous beast. But then once or twice I've caught a glimpse of something, like what just happened. Something strange inside him. and when I really start thinking about his true nature, I feel dizzy, like I'm looking into a well and I can't see the bottom. I don't like it. Tyrone chuckles darkly. You mean the Chaos Emeralds? Every time that I read the word chuckles, I can't think of that. I can't help but think of that stupid ass meme. And I realize I haven't said anything out loud yet. You're taking a long time. Is it such a hard question to answer? I'm not sure how I feel exactly. Tell me this then. Which dragon stories do you know? What, the stuff to kids? Come on, you don't want to hear that. I certainly do. A human perspective can be illuminating. Oh, well, in that case, the one I know the best is the story of Camilla. Camellia? Camellia? Yeah, Camellia. Probably heard that one, right? It's famous. Camellia. Please, refresh my memory. I am old and these things run away from me over the years. I feel silly telling bedtime stories, but hey, you asked for it. Let's see. Camellia and the Dragon. She was this woman, the most beautiful in her village, right? She could have married any man. Okay, yeah. But instead she was wooed by a terrifying dragon. Alright. That's a scaly one. And 2. Good choice. No offense. None taken. The dragon promised her eternal love, and riches and glory beyond what anyone in the poor village could ever hope to give her. So Camellia fell in love with this dragon, who was named White Heat. Oh god. Oh no, that's I'm sorry. And chose him out of all her suitors. Also, this better not be foreshadowing. The dragon flew her away from the village, promising her safety in his mountain lair. Damn it, Chels. But once they got here, he devoured her, and she was never seen again. If she was married to him, I mean, it would make sense that she would never be seen again, so how would they know? He just came back, oh yeah, I totally ate her, by the way. Like, come on now. They'd just be like hanging out there, trying to like get a deer and be like, alright, this will be good enough for like the next 2 days or whatever. Cook it up. Like, she's set for fucking set. I mean, she's set for fucking life. She's got all the gold, so if she ever wanted to go to town, why would she? Okay, so if she's got all this gold and stuff, why would she ever return to that village? Honestly, like maybe to see her parents, but that's it. I don't think. And honestly, when you're that loaded, you know, I don't think it's gonna happen. Second, you don't need to leave the lair anyway, because you can eat whenever you want, basically, because you got a fucking dragon protecting you. Thirdly, you're in so much love that you'd rather marry a dragon than a human. Yeah, I'm guessing you're not gonna go back to the village. Maybe you go out to like one of those exotic port cities when you go like on an anniversary or honeymoon or whatever. But like, why? Anyway, that's my thoughts. I quickly cut myself off. Why was I so blunt about the devouring part? That must be like super rude. But Tyrone says nothing. He's not even looking at me. So I guess the point is, don't pick a guy just because he promised you lots of material things. But I always thought that was sad. Did she deserve to die just for wanting a better life? Seriously, if that's the moral, it's like you would think the moral would be like, oh yeah, don't trust dragons because they'll just eat you. Not like a universal one where like, oh, if a guy's super rich and he wants to take care of you, don't do that. Like, yeah, yeah, maybe don't do it only for that, but yeah, I mean, why not? Right? I don't know. Am I making sense? I'm not sure. On the other hand, maybe that's just what really happens, people getting deceived by the lovers and stuff like that. Okay, that's a little better. I don't know much about relationships, so you may be overthinking this story's moral. It sounds to me like a simple warning. Stay away from dragons. Yeah, see, Tyrone knows what I'm talking about. See, do I qualify as a dragon now because I'm so ancient and wise and shit that I'm on the same wavelength as him? Tyrone turns to stare right into me. His face is passive, but something in his eyes puts me on edge. I'm flustered, but I won't shy away. I stare right back without flinching. I don't know. You're a dragon and you're nice enough to me. Ah, you are very polite. But what if that story is true? What if I told you I was that dragon and Camellia was my lover? The lover I betrayed and devoured. Tyrone would have failed English class. That is also true. I didn't fail English class, but I did, under my breath, when I was writing those analysis essays, under my breath say, this is all bullshit, but I'm making it up. And I got all the awards. Would you still think me so nice? What? No, that can't be true. You're just kidding around with me, right? I do not kid around. I am many centuries old. The story of Camellia and the dragon has endured where other tales were forgotten. It must have a certain resonance. But everyone knows it's just a made-up fairy tale. Is that so? Tell me, what was the dragon's name again? White Heat? And what does Tyroon mean in the southern language? No fucking way. Seriously? I only said it a little bit when I was a girl. I know Tyr means white and... Oh. You see, I am called Tyroon in the south. There are many words for what I am, but I like that name best. I'm called Prince because my mother's called Queen, although we dragons have no such titles for ourselves. Seriously? That's a little bit too much of coincidence. So this dude totally married before? Oh gosh darn it. What the heck, man? Did you actually eat her? So then how did people find out that he ate her? If he actually did it. I think this is just a setup for like, oh no, I didn't actually eat her, bro. She just died like 4 million years ago. but dragons being monsters and eating people, that's just a fairy tale thing. Or at least real dragons only did that a long time ago. And now we all live together peacefully. Not for long. Not for long if I mess this route up, apparently. That's the whole reason you're going to Starlight City, isn't it? To keep the peace between dragons and humans? You're right, and it was a long time ago that I knew Camellia. A different time, more wild, and in many ways more honest. It is true that we no longer eat humans, yet we all remember how you taste. Oh, shit. That's a double entendre right there, by the way. Who could forget? Our dragon-human meat is by far the most delicious, nearly irresistible. Really? Because we have a lot of bones in comparison to, like... the foreshadowing that he was Edward James Olmos. No, he is not Edward James Olmos. I'm sorry, so. And I knew just from her smell that Camellia would taste better than any other. Jesus Christ, dude. Double entendres. She was a human worth savoring. Please. You smell very much like her, Rosemary. I feel very cold inside, and not because of the snow. But Uba, his face. Yeah, what about him? Alice, you don't even know who Edward James Olmos is. I'm not going to look it up right now. Our truce with humans has let us live in peace for many years, until now. I haven't told you the true purpose of our conference, Rosemary. Really? It is to address the breaking of that truce by one of my kin. A dragon has been eating humans, very many of them. A dragon's occasional slip-up can be overlooked. Oh yeah, sorry guys, we ate a dude like, you know, last year. Hey, really sorry about that. We were just, like, really fucking hungry, man. We had the munchies. We did it. He was out of his mind a little bit, alright? We'd been partying pretty hard last night. There wasn't, you know, there were no open stores. So he kinda ate a dude. Don't worry, we'll give you like, you know, 1,500 gold. We'll compensate, you know, life insurance and all that. But, yeah, our bad guys. Like, come on. But this has become a crisis for your people, and he is unrepentant. Please. But why would he do that? I can't pretend I don't understand his actions. It's why I've chosen to stay isolated from them for so many years. The mere smell can be overwhelming. Oh, is that why? He looks right at me as he says this. I take a few steps back. As a result of this dragon's actions, our peace agreement may be dismantled. If that happens, our future is uncertain. Even the stars don't seem to know. But you're not like that. You've chosen not to eat humans, so why are you even telling me this? Are you trying to scare me? Even though they are set in that lovely, delicate face, Tyroon's eyes are sharp and fierce. The first time I understand fully that I am talking to something ancient, wild, and dangerous. I simply want to know, Rosemary. Think I'm telling the truth? Do you believe that I devoured Camellia? Psh, fuck no, you didn't, dude. Why would you go through all that trouble just to eat her? Just eat her like, oh, I'm in love with you, chomp. Instead of like, oh, I'm in love with you. Oh, cool, let's get married. Alright, cool. I'll fly you back to my lair, we'll hang for a little bit, and then maybe I'll eat you. Yeah, for real. I think you didn't. Hell no, you didn't. No, I can't imagine you would do something so cruel. I haven't known you very long, but you don't look like a monster to me. You look soft and gentle. I just mean, I can't imagine you'd want to eat me. Look. Okay. I'm gonna stop commenting because there's way too many, implications here. TOS? TOS? I don't understand TOS. Terms of service? That's not... All I have is response to that is extremely oh. Response to what? Terms of service? What terms... Wait. I may be missing the joke here. I don't know what it is. When I'm streaming, I just, miss jokes very easily. Don't be so certain of that. A chill runs down my spine. Stream lewds, you get banned. Oh, well, oh. Dude. No one's gonna fucking watch this. It's a G3. I'm not gonna get fucking banned. This is a very safe for work game. Anyway. A chill runs down my spine. Also, I'd like to... Oh, got an achievement. I'd like to mention that I did stream Monster Girl Quest, the very first act of Monster Girl Quest on stream. And I am still here, so... Now I'm gonna get banned. My intention is not to frighten you, Rosemary. But you deserve to know what kind of creature you travel with. Let's just stop talking about it for now, okay? We still have a long way to go. There's nothing more, which is fine by me. We keep walking. Tyroon's weak human form still shivers in the cold, and he holds onto my shoulder for balance. His touch is so soft and light I can barely feel it. I'm happy to keep him steady. He looks so... I need a drink of water. He looks so vulnerable now, it's hard to remember he made me feel so cold inside. As we walk, that's your 20 charisma at work, baby. I do my best to push these dark thoughts out of my mind. Could he really have the soul of a monster? I never had to wonder about things like this back on the farm. All I wanted was to be a knight and fight stuff with my sword and not worry about anything. Well, fighting stuff with your sword, that's kind of worrying about something. A little while later, we make camp in a cave for the night. We've made good progress so far. It shouldn't take more than another day to get to the city. It's a 2-day trip over the mountain? It's not so bad. Arum seems exhausted, much more than I would have expected after only a day of travel. His body is shaking again, worse than before. Arun, I'm going to make some barley tea. Would you like some, or are you hungry for dinner? I do not need to eat, but I will have some tea. It's kind of scary how worn out he is, but I decide not to mention it. Instead, I pour in some tea and we drink it together. We're silent for a while. I watch him, trying to guess what he's thinking. You are staring at me. I'm sorry. I can't help but wonder. Are you not hungry because you ate something else? Ha! I had a large meal of fish before leaving for the city. I didn't mean to imply anything else. My apologies if you were on edge. Sorry. It's been hard not to think about is all. So, do you mostly eat fish, then? Yes, they are very large where I live. I like to have deer sometimes when I can get them. I live alone on a rocky island in the sea. Well, what does he live alone? Isn't he a prince? Can't he be like... Does he have, like, dragon powers? He just, like, rings up his mom. He's like, hey, queen, how's it going? Listen, going to that human conference. See you in, like, 3 years. God damn it, Raynar. Okay. Please, Raynar. Let's keep it safe for work. I'm kidding, this is a mature stream. I live alone. It is much warmer there than here. I feel myself relax. It's nice to talk normally again. Sounds like a nice place. I bet it's pretty. You might think so. Camellia certainly did. Camellia, huh? Let's change the subject. What kind of stuff do you do during the day, besides, like, feel the magic of the stars and whatnot? Dragony stuff. Like counting your gold pile or something? That's vampire stuff. Oh, yes, of course. I also kidnap a lot of innocent virgins, so you better watch yourself, Rosemary. Ooh. Ooh. Is that a burn? I'm not sure if that's a burn. I think that's a burn, though. What? Who said I was... Shut up. Ha, there you are. My attempt at joking around. Was it funny? Get... dunked on. Yeah, hilarious. No, I don't have a hoard of treasure. I mostly spend my time thinking, remembering. Remembering what? You don't even like books or something like that? Come on, man. It's kind of boring. Things that were important to me, or even things that weren't. 2 stags I saw fighting in a forest, a tree felled by lightning. If it happened, if it was real, I remember it. My memory goes back a long time. I don't need much more than that. Are you really alive before any humans? You said you were born with the stars or something like that. Dragons themselves have existed since the very beginning. I myself am only about 1,000 years old. But yeah, he's still really freaking young. Come on now. Actually, for most dragon ages, that's decently old. It does depend on the world we're talking about, but most dragons live for most dragons you see are like a couple hundred years old. Once you get up into the first, 1,000 years, you start getting into older dragons. But clearly, these are way ancient dragons. So, for this world's lore, I imagine, yeah, context clues get to tell me that it is pretty young. Anyway, sorry, yeah. Yet in dreams, I see the dawn of time or flashes of my mother's life before me. I wonder if we don't all share the same memory, reaching back to the very first of us. Now that is an interesting concept. To be honest, it sounds kind of lonely. That's just the kind of thing Camellia would say. You know, Rosemary, I thought you were angry at me after what we spoke of before. No, not angry, just kind of confused. Dragons really love to eat humans so much, is it even safe for me to be here with you? I really wasn't trying to frighten you. Believe it or not, I like you. Seriously, dude, for a dragon, you sure, warm up to humans really quickly. That's why I want to make sure you're safe, and you'll be safer with a full understanding of the situation. Do humans really taste that good to you? It's strange. I remember a time before I had ever seen a human. Yet when I am weak and cold, I take this form which looks like a human, or near enough. As his face lain dormant inside of me even before I would have been able to recognize it, or have our encounters with humans cause us to mimic your form. It's weird to me that you of all people don't have any answers to these questions. Oh, I don't pretend to understand ancient magic, I just live by it and try to give it some thought now and again. You humans are magnetic, or invasive, to put it another way. We dragons have existed before everything, yet humans have had a profound effect on us more than any other creature in this world. Look, man, dragons are... Is he from this? You mean, because of how we taste to you? Before humans walked the earth, we ate fish and deer and drank water and breathed air. None of these things questioned our right to consume them. We took what we needed and slept when we were tired. Sometimes we fought each other, but all disputes were eventually settled by the will of the stars. But when humans arrived... you spoke and felt as we did. You wept and begged or tried to reason for your lives. Despite all appearances, you seem to be closer in spirit to dragons than you were to the beasts of the earth. Or humans. A dragon's actions were never right or wrong, but now we wondered if eating a human was evil. The stars were curiously silent on the subject. You might say that humans brought evil into our world. Perhaps the temptation to do wrong is what makes you so delicious to us dragons. What do you think? I don't know. I think that terms like good and evil are very limited ways to describe the world. Oh boy, the old alignment argument. That doesn't make me feel any better. Also, he's really avoided the question of whether humans taste good or not. It wasn't meant to. You know, it's kind of strange when I hear you talk like that. Alright, boys, I actually have no idea what to choose on this one, so... can I get me some votes up in chat, please? Excited or confused? I'm leaning towards... excited, but... You are obviously excited. Okay, I'm gonna go with excited. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's do it. 2 votes, that's half the chat right there. Makes my heart beat faster. Are you sure that isn't just fear? Oh, sure, it's scary, but it's not just that. I left my home, which was cozy and safe, to try and be a knight. I want to live by my sword and my wits to fight stuff and get strong. You are already strong. Okay, stronger. Sure, I want to be a knight so I can do good things to protect people. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't love the thrill of it. Fighting beasts 10 times my size and going places never gone before, and... Not to, segue too much, but real quick, I always like stories that tell... Or, games that tell a story where, being heroic like, you being heroic is amazing because it's fun for you, right? There was a game that I played that was kind of like that, but yeah, where the heroism is the reason why you're exceptional is the heroism in it, and I think that's like D&D, that sort of thing. That happened. I'm not explaining it very well, but basically, this is completely separate. It's just a thought I've had for a while. And staring death in its stupid face. That is very much a D&D character, or a D&D player's way of doing things. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm D&D starved. It's been like 3 weeks since our session, so I make weird connections. It sounds like there's the kind of world you live in. It sounds like that's the kind of world you live in. It makes me wish I were a dragon too. I'm surprised you would say such a thing. You seem so sweet and kind-hearted to me. Yeah, well, that's how you look to me. Looks can be deceiving. I'm not totally serious. Of course, I don't really want to stop being a human or anything like that. Are you sure, Rosemary? Because we got some ancient magic up in this bitch. But wow, I don't know how to describe this feeling. You live by strength, take what you need, and don't care about anything else. Sounds like a barbarian more than a knight to me. You're so lucky. Yeah, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. I am very tired. Will you help me take off my robe so I may sleep? Oh, shit. Oh, sure. My hands are trembling. Slowly, carefully, I peel off his robes layer by layer. I try not to, but when I let my eyes drift to his face, I see him watching me. I feel warm all over. The more robes come off, the more I can feel his body, and the more my hands feel rough and clumsy dealing with his delicate frame. This is a furry game, isn't it? My character is a fucking scaly. Underneath his winter layers, he's long and slender. His scales run over his chest and arms. I really want to touch and see what they feel like, but of course I never would. I'll see quickly. Seriously, there's no art for that? That's a shame. I lie awake for a little while, watching his slim chest rise and fall. I don't want to take my eyes off of him, but I don't know if it's out of fear or some other feeling that's harder to describe. Oh boy. We set out again at sunrise. I feel refreshed and a little more calm. Tyrone, however, is still weakened and exhausted. You need extra help walking today? No, I'll find my footing, but it is kind of you to ask. Stays close to me as we start down the path. We spoke a great deal about me and my kind yesterday. What about you? I feel I hardly know anything about you. Gosh, I'm not sure what to say. Do you really want to know about me? I told you, I don't get around. Remember my attempt last night didn't go over very well. Good point. Well, let's see. I grew up on a farm with my parents and my brothers and sisters. Okay, good. No edgy backstory like that. As you know, I left home to be a knight. It hasn't worked out so well, but I'm trying. Ah, a brave and chivalrous knight. I've come across a few of those in my time. You wanted to slay monsters, did you? I guess you could say that. What else? What sort of things do you like? Songs, swords, flowers. Okay. Is that it? Is that all of my saves? There's no second page saves? Alright. Excuse me. Swords, songs, or flowers? Let's go with swords. I guess it goes without saying that I like swords. I've been practicing with them since I was a little girl. I'm pretty good now. I just realized... how that... Honestly, with a dirty enough mind, everything's double entendre, so... I like reading about swords too, not just using them. Every place I go, I try to learn about the weapons and tools they use there. There's so many different kinds from all the different kingdoms in the world. By the way, if you haven't read Trash Knight, the beginning of that is excellent. I highly like it. The rest of it's good too, it's just that the beginning has a dragon that collects weapons and that sort of stuff. Yeah, exactly so. You know, swords, things I used to kill dragons. Well, aren't those lances? Come on, Draenor. Aren't those lances, you know, like Dragon Lance? You get it? Yeah. Well, that's because Goblin Slayer already cleaned it up, so that's why. Anyway, there's so many different, from different kingdoms in the world. Yeah, alright. Like, you can tell I'm from the farmlands in the North Country because our fighters always use great swords like mine. Is that a great sword? It's more like a buster sword. Very anime. Even things, tiny things like... can I hide the... No, I can't hide the text. Okay. But you can clearly tell that's like a Cloud Japanese buster sword, right? Like, a great sword is a little different, isn't it? Or am I wrong? Or at least no, that's a broadsword, isn't it? At least. Like a really big broadsword, but a broadsword. Great sword, I think, is a little different. Or a Zweihander. Anyway, when tiny things like that, they all tell a little story about you. I find that comforting, I guess. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too boring. Not at all. You little ones have such short lives. You search for meaning in every detail. It's larger than any non-fantasy sword that isn't strictly used for beheadings. Even the executioner swords are not nearly that large, though. I've always found it interesting, the way you collect sentimental trinkets and decorate your homes. I never thought of it like that, I guess. You don't decorate your lair at all? Oh, yes, of course. I have a lovely armchair and a floral rug in the southern corner of my cave. You should definitely go back to not telling jokes. Haha, if you say so. And you don't have a lover? What? What makes you say that? It's just a guess, although an educated one. Do you? No. What about you? Not since Camellia. Camellia. It is so strange that she was a real person, someone you actually knew. She must have been really pretty. She wasn't, actually. She was certainly not the most beautiful woman of any village, as your fairy tale described. Damn, that's fucking cold, dude. For a fire dragon, you still sure freaking, like... Damn. Froze that. No, frankly, the Spartans are even the most kind-hearted. Jesus Christ, dude. I get it. I mean, I get that, you know, you have exes and stuff like that, but damn. You don't have to put her down just because you want to lay the frickin' night, dude. I mean, you're a nerd that likes reading about swords, so I figure you being single is a pretty safe guess. Amazing, thank you. While everyone else was dating, I studied the blade, and now you come to me for help? Prince of Dragons? Fuck me, okay. That's incredible, thank you. But she had a way about her. It made you feel like she was the most important woman in the world, and you would do anything just to make her happy. You remind me of her in some ways. Oh, thank you. Although I'm not sure that was supposed to be a compliment. And also, he's talking about someone he might have eaten alive. Yet those don't sound like the words of the person who killed her. Or do they? He hasn't actually said that he did it, but he hasn't denied it either. He keeps talking about the ancient ways of dragons and good and evil and stuff. What do I know about things like this anyway? Love always this complicated? Yes. He says nothing more, and we keep walking. Well, you're a knight, so you should be, like, at least good, neutral good. The wind is colder today, the sky clouded over. This journey has been easier than I expected, but Mount Needle may still earn its reputation. We come to a rushing river and find the wreckage of the bridge I'd intended us to cross. It's also the only bridge around for miles. Well, excuse my language, but this is a bit of a pickle. In my true form, I could step right across a river like this, and that's definitely not an option. No, even maintaining this useless shape is exhausting in the cold. Then I'll just have to carry you across. Is that entirely necessary? We could walk along the bank and hope we find another bridge, but that might take hours, and we don't even know if there is one. You want to get to the city quickly, right? Yeah, right? I didn't comment on that, but yeah. We'll get wet, and so will our supplies. We can make a fire and dry up. And anyway, I came prepared for this kind of thing. The supplies are wrapped up and waterproof. Very well. Seriously? Alright, cool. Tyrone draws close to me. I put my arms around his waist and lift. Even with his piles of robes, he's shockingly light. He puts his arms around my shoulders. It's an interesting thing how polymorph works, where it keeps some of the aspects of the form, but still, reduces your overall weight. I can feel his skin brush, just for a moment, up against my face. Even his scales are light and soft. It's easy to lift him high enough that the water won't touch him. This will be a piece of cake, I hope. Damn, she must be really fucking strong, dude. Like, even if he's light, that's not, like, something you take lightly. Like, even a bundle of clothes. Like, above your... Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. She must... I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough. This is, like, Scandinavian, dude. Like, yeah, yes. Carefully, I step into the rushing water. The current is strong, but the river isn't too deep, or even all that far across. Ideally, I'd throw a rope across to steady us, but I can't do that while I'm carrying him at the same time. Everyone says nothing, but I feel him shiver in my arms. I can do this, don't worry. I trust you, Rosemary. His body shakes, but his voice is steady. Maybe he really does trust me. I guess I have to trust him too. We start across the river. I take it one step at a time, carefully seeking out good footing so we don't slip. The freezing water rushes around my legs, but I keep my balance. I can feel Tyrune holding tight. I won't let him fall. Midway across, the water is up to my chest, but I think that's as high as it will go. We're in good shape. I'm holding Tyrune steadily out of the water. We're almost there. Just a little bit more. All of a sudden, the wind begins to shriek. Tyrune's long hair whips into my face and eye, and the freezing water froths around us. A blanket of black clouds overtakes the sky. That's all the warning we get, and suddenly the snow crashes down in thick, suffocating sheets. This awful mountain is known for its sudden violent storms that come and go in the blink of an eye. I should have known the weather was way too good to be true. Rosemary. Don't worry, I've got... A blast of snow hits me like a cannonball. I fall. Everyone tumbles in the winter and disappears in a freezing foam. Jesus. It happens so quickly it hardly registers. No. No. I won't let this happen. I can't let this happen. I am a knight. I will protect my prince. My hand finds a jutting rock and grabs hold. I pull myself out of the water to try and make sense of what's happening. My body aches with cold, but every ounce of my strength is dedicated to keeping myself focused. The flash of a scaly arm breaks out of the water ahead, desperately grasping the air. It's still close enough that I can reach him. Tyrune, hold on. I'm coming. The wind screams. The river roars around me. I block it all out and lunge forward, grabbing hold of Tyrune and dragging his body up out of the water. I have no idea how long it takes to make it to the other side. I'm giving everything I have just to hold us together. Tyrune is heavy on my arm, soaking wet and freezing, but I hold on tight. I'll never let go of him again. We make it out of the river. The snow is heavier than I've ever seen. Tyrune looks diminished and pale. His body is shaking violently. I'm scared. You saved me. Are you kidding? I'm the one who put you in danger. No, it was the river that almost killed me. It would have, not for you. My eyes burn with tears. No, there's no time to cry. We won't be safe until I get us somewhere warm. I go to my pack for supplies, but it was ripped again apart in the jagged rocks when I fell. Shit, that's fucking crazy. Our food, tents, medicine, clothes, everything we need to make a fire for the night, all lost to the river. All of it? Damn, like nothing? My heart plummets. The only thing left is one thick winter coat wrapped in sealskin to keep it dry. The cold pounds away at me like a hammer, but Tyrune looks much worse. You wear the cloak, Rosemary. You need our strength to save us both. How could you even suggest that, Tyrune? You're already sensitive to cold. You look like you're about to... I'm much older than you. I've lived through worse than this. His voice fades, even as he says the words. Fucking give him the cloak. What the fuck are you doing? Give him the cloak, like that's not even an option. I wrap the cloak around Tyrune and start moving again. The snow is like knives, sliding through my armor and into my skin. I ignore the pain and carry him as fast as I can. Barely aware of what I'm doing, I manage to find a small cave in the cliffside. I pull us into it. It's cold, but dry. I set Tyrune down gently, and then my legs collapse out from under me. I'm on the ground. Did I hit my head? I can't remember. Huh, that's strange. I thought I felt fine, but now it's all catching up to me at once. My head swims. My body aches with a cold so sharp it almost burns. I'm fading, but it's okay. Wait, seriously? No matter what happens to me, at least I kept him safe. No way. That's what a real knight would have done. Seriously? Oh, minutes or hours might have passed. I have no way of knowing. I wake to find Tyrune's burning eyes staring into me once more. His face is so near, but why? Am I dreaming? He kisses me softly on the forehead, and beautiful warmth blooms inside me. If this is a dream, it feels real. Another kiss, and another. My cheeks, my eyelids, my lows. Wow, okay. That was a fast progression. Each touch of his soft mouth sparks a surge of heat all through my body. I need a drink for this. Okay. At last, I feel his kiss on my lips. The heat anchors me to life. I don't know if it's dragon magic or what. All I know is that it saves me. You did not do as I said. That was very stupid of you. Yeah. I see us taking off my armor, which was freezing and wet, leaving me in underclothes, relatively dry. If I weren't so exhausted and cold, I might feel embarrassed. Right now, though, I'm just so happy we're both okay. My room. Our supplies are gone. I don't know how we're going to keep warm. After all that, we might still freeze to death. No, we will not. I cannot take my true form here, but I am still a dragon. Golden eyes begin to glow. Something's happening, but I'm not sure what. He takes my hand in his and guides it beneath his innermost cloak to press against his slim chest. Uh-oh. Just under his scaly skin is what feels like a molten core, a blazing hot furnace inside him. His dragon heart. Question mark? I moved closer and lay against him. He adjusted his last dry cloak. Blech. So we are both wrapped up in it, sharing the fire blazing inside him. This is like... Yeah, I can tell, yeah, this is very much... like a fangirl Tumblr girl's like... Well, I guess not so much anymore, but... She could have cut him open and sleep inside him. See, that's what I was wondering this whole time. Where's the Tauntaun? A warm little bubble, see from the howling wind. My room. Yes, Rosemary? I remembered. What I'd learned about Camilla. But before I can tell him, I dropped like a stone into sleep. Yeah, rest in peace, Tumblr. Tumblr's dead fucking craps. Yeah, but what used to be the website formerly known as Tumblr, this is like a game that would have been huge, or, you know, really fangirly. In the morning, in spite of it all, I am refreshed. My joints are stiff and cold, but I'm ready to get them moving. Tyrone stares and brushes my hair gently out of my face. Good morning. Morning. We're still holding each other. I don't think about it. It's just a natural motion, but I lean into him and we share a kiss. Wow! Damn, that is some fast shipping, dudes. Like, I get it. You guys just escaped death, but damn. Ah, there it is. There's the CG. There we go. It's just a small one. We barely brush each other's lips. Still, it's my first kiss. I never imagined it would be like this, but he's just so beautiful and so warm. I couldn't help but want to kiss him. Tyrone stares at me, then takes my face into his hands. He kisses me again and again, increasingly urgent, increasingly fierce. FedEx couldn't deliver to you. That kiss has awakened some desperate need inside him, and now he can't get enough. It's nice, but the way he's pressing his face against mine, it's a little hard to breathe. I don't mind exactly, but I'm a little worried. How would you feel if you lost your face? Suddenly I feel a sharp pain in my lip as he bites down hard. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Ow! Oh, shit. I didn't mean to cry out, but I couldn't help it. Tyrone doesn't stop, not immediately. I feel his sharp teeth against my lips. After a moment, though, he seems to freeze in place. Maybe he realized what he was doing? What he was doing? Ah, man. Way to ruin it. For some people, they actually would enjoy that, though. He pulls away and stares at me with wide, scared eyes. No, you didn't have to stop. It's okay, I can't finish my sentence because almost a cue. Tears spring into my eyes. I don't mean to cry, it's just a reaction to the pain in my lip. I try to force it to stop, but that never works. Hungry man dinner. Rosemary, I am so sorry. No, it's okay. I was just surprised. And it hurts a little, but I don't mind. I really don't. I liked kissing you. Stands up and walks quickly away. The sudden loss of his warmth is hard to bear. With his back to me, he struggles to put his winter layers back on, which I've dried in the night. His weak hands fumble and slip. Come on, here, let me do it. I help him get dressed, but he still won't look at me. Are you mad about the kiss? I'm sorry, Let's just go. We've already lost the night to the storm. It's calm now. We can try to find food first, or... No, we're leaving. Potted meat? What? Okay. His tone is final. There's nothing more I can say to him. We leave the cave and start the last leg of our journey. The snow is thick on the ground, but the wind has died down. Oh. Okay. I get it. Very funny. Haha, Draenor. I'm less worried about that, though, than I am about Tyrone's cold silence. He rushes ahead of me, turns so that I can't see his face. Tyrone, take it slow. We almost died last night. It's okay if you're still weak. I hired you to simply guide me. You do not tell me what to do. What? Where's this coming from? Come on, don't be like that. I just want to help you. Why? I didn't expect to have to explain this. Because I like you. I thought you liked me too. I wouldn't mind kissing you again. That was my first kiss, you know. And yeah, it hurt when you bit me, but I don't really care. She's into it, boys. My face is burning. I can't believe I'm actually saying this out loud. And when Tyrone turns to finally face me, he looks angrier than I've ever seen. No, not angry. He looks inhuman. You are young, but you are not a stupid child. Why are you still behaving like one? How much clearer can it be about this? I am a dragon. Yeah, I do get that. Counterpoint. I'm definitely into it. At least she is. Like, come on. What you like is this weak body, but it is not really me. My real mouth is not soft and gentle. If I were to bite you with it, you would not survive. My fangs are as long and as sharp as your sword. I could tear you apart. I could swallow you whole. I want to. Understand? I want to eat you, right? I didn't think that this would be a furry game, but I don't mean to distract from the tension, but come on. Right now, I want it more than I want to breathe. If you were smart, you'd be scared of me. You'd be afraid for your life. He's hissing, low and dangerous, right in my face, but I've learned not to look away. I'm not afraid. You didn't eat Camellia, and you won't eat me. When I worked for the scholars that were learning about her, the woman Camellia was based on, she was a real person, but she wasn't eaten by a dragon. It's Camelian War. There it is. She married a duke and lived to an old age. They thought the dragon was a metaphor for a political struggle, or I am not a metaphor. But you also didn't eat her. I wanted to. I wanted to eat her so badly. First world, medieval world problems, guys. I loved her and she loved me. We were together for a time. She wanted to be with me forever, but the feelings were so intense. I left her, but I also wanted what I want with you right now. I couldn't trust myself, so I forced her to leave. God damn it, fucking Chels. I would have killed her if she hadn't. She cried and screamed for me as I flew away, but she went on to live her own life. I'm very happy for her. How could you do that? What's wrong with you? Weren't you listening? I saved her life. You don't know that. You don't know what you would have done. And anyway, she knew what you were, and she still wanted to be with you. Maybe she thought the risk was worth it, or maybe she was tougher than you thought. Either way, she made her own choice. If you really loved her, you should have respected that. Damn, you're telling off the Prince of Dragons, dog. Like, I bet she never forgot you, just like you never forgot about her. But she had to live her whole life without you, and now she's dead, and it's too late. Oh, it's too awful to even think about. You have a young... Reset. You have a young person's idea of love. She married the Duke, and I'm sure she was happy eventually. True love isn't worth risking everything for. Maybe, but that doesn't mean that what you felt wasn't real. You should have honored that, and what I feel is real too. What you feel? I like you, Tyrune, and after we're done with this job, I want to see you again. I'm curious, do dragons fall in love with each other? Not in any way a human would recognize, and not in ways that last. Oh, that's kind of a shame. When we began to meet and talk with humans, some of us began to share that feeling for the first time, though we did not know what it was. That's what I thought. So, as a human, I might even understand more about love than you do. Please listen to me. To eat a human is to taste sweet ambrosia. It's even better if it's an exceptional person, like Camellia or you. How do I know what I feel for you? It's impossible to tell if I love you or I just want you. Okay, so this one's a... Yeah, I agree with that, but you have a bigger sword. Fair enough. So, he never eat me, I trust him, or he may try to eat me, but I can handle it. This one's actually kind of a tougher one. I'm not actually sure which one to go with here. I'm thinking he'd never eat me, I trust him. Right? Charles, please. We're talking about the secular form of eat. Shut up. Alright, maybe he'll try to eat me. You can try to eat me if you really can't help it. But remember, I'm a knight. Knights slay dragons. If you try it, I'll have to fight back. Trust me, I won't go easy on you. I've slain plenty of beasts before. It's better for you to let me do what I want. Damn. And what I want is to be with you. That is, if you want me to. Looking at me like he's seeing me for the first time. He's at a loss for words. I think I did it, boys. Rosemary, well, actually, I guess I'm not a real knight yet, but I think my point still stands. You are as real a knight as I have ever met. He draws me close, cradling my face in his hands, and we kiss. I put my arms around him, and he pull him into me. Hey, if you try to eat me, I'm gonna fucking beat you up, so you better not do that, alright? Now let's hang out. And, like, totally date, man. You know what? Alright, I'm into it. It stiffens at first, but soon relaxes to my embrace. You can feel how strong I am, right? So don't worry, I can handle myself. Tyrone, you're trying to eat me again. Oh, sorry. You know what happens when you try to eat me. God, I can't help it. It's like, you better start to try helping it, mister. I can bitch slaps him. Damn. Oh, damn, is this going to become an abusive relationship? Oh, no, I didn't mean to do this. Ah, perhaps you can. Oh. I may have just started the first dragon-human abusive relationship in history. At last, we make it off to Mount. We make it off of Mount Needle. God damn it! Shut up. Starlight City lies in view, just a few miles away. That's a few miles. That seems like more than a few miles. Also, holy shit! Look at that bridge, guys. Why such a tall bridge? Like, well, I mean, I don't know. That seems, I don't know. Yeah, that's a fucking big bridge. Anyway, we're exhausted, hungry, chilled to the bone, yet somehow I feel light and giddy. We've conquered the mountain. It's much warmer now, but still too cold for Tyrone to change form. There's so much I want to say to him, but before I get a chance, we're greeted by a stranger. I see even Whiteheat made it down. Doing all right there, old man. Rana, don't speak to me. This whole mess is your fault. We will put a stop to it. Oh, this is the dude. Yeah, that's a Minas Tirith sit? Yeah. His fault, so this is... Yes, this is the dragon who has been eating human. Rana, you insolent whelp. You make it sound like such a bad thing, old-timer. Don't you have any pride in what you are? I don't care what anyone says. It's our right to eat lesser creatures. You used to understand that, but you've withered and gone soft with age. The stars cry out for us to consume all those who are beneath us. Who are we to deny them? Besides, if you don't eat humans, they just die in a few decades anyway. What a waste of good food. Say, what do we have here? Rana looks me up and down, and I tense up, grabbing the hilt of my sword. My blood runs cold, but I do my best not to show it. He looks like Anakin. He really does look like Anakin. I was gonna... He really looks like Anakin. Like, to the shape of his fucking chin. Like, not to comment on his robe, but yeah. Shall we have a quick meal before the conference, Tyrone? There's no one here to scold us for it, after all. You can just say you lost her to the mountain. I know you want to. I can smell your hunger. You're famished. A sudden intense heat explodes from Tyrone. His entire body shimmers and glows. It's over, Rana. I have the high ground. Seriously, we are coming down from the mountain. Oh, shit. Before I can blink, there stands before me an immense and powerful dragon, gleaming hot and bright as if the sun shines on him alone. What? You shouldn't be able to take that form. Not here. What is this? Impossible. This is to go even further beyond. Rana, we are both dragons, but compared to me, you are an infant in mind and body. If you ever harm a human again, especially this one, you will answer to me. Is that clear? Rana can't answer. He's busy fleeing into the woods as fast as his clumsy human form can run. Soon, it's just the two of us again, alone together. That's an interesting question. Would a dragon changed into human form taste like a human? We'll find out next time. Tyrone turns his great head towards me. He is strange, inhuman, unbelievable, yet deeply familiar. Do you see now? This is the truth of what I am. Could you love a creature like this? I could eat you right now. It would be easier than anything. Is she gonna turn into a car now? Shut up, so. So do it already. He leans his massive head closer to me. I've never seen anything so large. I feel a little dizzy just looking at him. I swear to God, if this is what happens, that's it. I'm turning it off. But he doesn't open his vicious jaws. Instead, he nuzzles me, soft and gentle. I close my eyes and kiss his great scaly nose. Isn't that like a muzzle or something like that? Is that really not? Whatever. When I open my eyes again, Tyrone is back in the human form I know so well, looking surprised at himself. There were a few times on the mountain when I was really sure I would eat you. Oh, isn't that sweet? He didn't eat her after all. He really does care. This did not turn into a, what's that one fucking Oregon Trail party? Donner party? This didn't turn into a Donner party after all. But once I saw Rana, I couldn't imagine letting anyone do that. Cheers, please. Please. Sorry, Chels. Both of you. Thank you, Tyrone. You know, Only a true knight can stare into a dragon's eyes without fear. You really think so? That's sweet. You're a big softie deep down. We should get to the city. The conference will be starting tonight. Oh, right. Of course. And so, Tyrone makes his way to the Capitol building. Capitol building. I end up hanging around the city on my own. Is that a is that typo? I can't. Now I'm questioning how to spell capital. I'm pretty sure it's with an A, not an O. I think the Capitol building is like the actual U.S. government capital. Whatever. I worry a bit about running into Rana, but I guess he's at the conference too. It's just me, all by myself. The city is amazing and a little overwhelming. I'm not used to seeing so many people in one place. I get my armor cleaned, my sword sharpened, I eat real food at the tavern, and pick up some dry clothes. I still have plenty of gold left over for whatever it is I'm doing next. Tyrone only hired me to take him across the mountain. There's no reason for me to stay here. We didn't talk about meeting up again. I don't know if he's going to come find me, but I can't bring myself to leave yet. I don't see him again until the next day. I'm sitting on the sidewalk bench when I feel a familiar hand on my shoulder. Hello again. I'm glad you are still here. I'd never leave without saying goodbye. How did the conference go? The dragons and human leaders spoke for a long time. There are no simple solutions for what has happened. Honest crimes are not easily ignored. The trust in us is shaken, and justifiably so. The future is still uncertain, but I have hope we will rebuild our faith in each other, and Rana at least will not be breaking the peace agreement anymore. I have seen to that, personally. He's pretty scared of you, huh? And with very good reason. I bet. I can't personally stop all dragons from ever eating a human again, but you've given me a lot to think about. Perhaps I've been isolated too long. I could try harder to make some difference. That's what I was thinking, is like, oh, I've taken care of him. Did you fucking eat him? So, what do you think you're gonna do now? Just, out of curiosity, I guess. I will be flying south to tell the lesser dragons. The lesser dragons. Now, that's an interesting phrase. Does he mean beneath him? Does he mean lesser in just like the peasantry? Like, seriously, can you imagine a peasant dragon? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, maybe is it a visit to? Does he mean like lesser dragons like whip wyverns and amphitheaters and all that stuff? Like, oh, fucking wyverns, get the fuck out of here! You don't even have 4 legs, bastards. Or, like in Angel Scaling Wings, where they have like stratified jobs based on your race. After that, I don't know what I'll do. I suppose the stars will tell me. Well, if you're going south, maybe I could come with you. Why would you want to? There is nothing for you there. You don't think so? It'd be amazing to be the one human in the Council of Dragons. That's the kind of thing to tell stories about. And mostly, I could spend more time with you. Dragon caste system. Yeesh. Yeah, I'm wondering now. Dragons are good at casting things? What? We're very different, but I want to try to understand your ways, your life. I think we have a lot to teach each other. I don't know what to say. It will be frightening to be among dragons. They are not all like me. I can try to protect you, but I can't promise I'll be able to. Do you really trust me that much? Are you sure this is what you really want? Well, I've been thinking about what I want to do while you're away. To be honest, I have no idea what I want. All I know is what I don't. I don't want to just watch you fly away like Camellia had to, knowing I'll never see you again. Knowing neither of us were brave enough to try. Hey. Don't spoil Temeraire. I'm actually reading through Temeraire right now. Really like it, by the way. Good. I mean, I'm only halfway through the first book, but I really like it so far. Also, seriously, you can save on heating bills. I take his face on my hands and I kiss him. The heat of his body warms me to my toes. Is that it? Oh, okay. I can feel him start to change. Seriously, isn't she in the park bench, like in the middle? Okay. When I open my eyes, I'm looking into the eyes of a great white dragon. I've already faced 2 dragons. So far, I'm still alive. I think I can handle myself, don't you? No, I know. I'm just like, if you're going to expand on that, yeah, don't. It's okay. Sorry, Drainer. I am not. Yeah, I'm not saying that you're spoiling me. I'm just saying, no, don't. Okay, but they weren't trying to eat you. Fair enough. Yes, I suppose I do. Oh. Fade to black. Oh. So he's a classical kind of dragon. Soon I find myself riding on Tyrune's back, flying south. It's okay, Draenor, I trust you. I'm sorry. Shut up, Chalice. Flying on a dragon's back is... Well, let's be honest, it's terrifying, but it's also incredible and exciting. I feel free. I guess that's how Tyrune makes me feel all the time. I have no idea what will happen in the future. Walking among a council of dragons way out in the wilderness, being the only human around for miles. Who knows what could happen? It's pretty scary to think about, but it also makes my heart race in a way that feels good. I'll have Tyrune with me. I'll have my sword. A true knight never lets fear stop her. Especially when she's facing a dragon. Hey, that's Rose of Winter. Cool. That was decently short. So there's actually 3 other routes, and obviously the good and bad endings for each. Music by Toby Fox? Wait, hold the fuck on. Alright, sorry. Rose of Winter. When was this game released? 2016. So the year after Undertale? What the fuck? Okay, well, I guess that's... Alright, well that answers why the music sounds similar to the one in Deltarune. Did they hire Toby Fox for this? Well, yeah, they must have. I mean, they didn't just, like, steal the music, obviously, because otherwise it'd be fucking takedown. Or it's like, you know... What the fuck? I was wondering why. Oh my god. I was wondering why that's... I was like, oh... Okay, well, great. Wow, I didn't know Toby Fox worked on this. That's... cool. Hey, cool. Alright. Monsters Pulse? Perhaps. I actually don't know the other... So they have 2 titles on Steam besides Rose of Winter. They have Ghost of Miami and Later Alligator. Later Alligator has not released yet. Looks like an adventure game. And looks really strange. But it may have been. I've never heard of Monsters Pulse, actually, until right now, so... Will it release it? Yeah, there's a release date for 2019. God damn it. Chalice. Cool. So, cool. I think that's a pretty good way to kickstart the streams. What time are we at? 10:32? That's, 10:23, rather? That's like an hour 22? Yeah. Okay, so, let's see here. Oh, no, that's not the one I need to do. So let's go ahead and... So... Okay, can I skip... Alright, what's the skip option? I'm not sure, but I have a skip option. Oh, there it is. Cool. So yeah, so it was... So we already did Tyrune, so there's... Fairy Prince, Barbarian Prince, and... I don't know, fucking... Small Prince dude? Shoda? I don't fucking know. So those are the other 3 routes left, on top of their bad routes, I guess, if you want to do those. Yeah, so there's 4 different princes to rescue, or to escort, whatever. But yeah, but I think that will leave it for tonight. Really? Okay, sure, then I guess I'll stream this again tomorrow night, because I've got, you know, more time. So yeah, yeah, that's Rose of Winter, at least one of the routes in it. I'll be probably streaming this again tomorrow, maybe even doing 2 routes next time, and then we will continue forth from there. On top of that, next game is going to be, we're going to finally try to finish Angel of the Skillet Wings, and I'll be streaming a lot more in the future. So yeah, I pretty much expect to stream every night for the next like week or 2 at least, and then we'll try to see it to settle into other stuff. And I'll be releasing, I am also working on a 28 best of 2018 video, which I hope we'll see release within the next week or 2. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, enough of me rambling. Thanks again, everyone, for joining me for the stream. A lot of fun. Thanks again to Bo/Maya for giving me this game. And I guess we'll go ahead and call it for the night. So, if you want to, follow me, do that. You can do that with the links below. Other than that, I think that calls it for the night. Thanks again for watching, guys, and as always, good night, everybody.